Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Bazzle Spot Live, your second or third favourite Battle Spot series. I don't know, who knows. If this is your favourite Battle Spot series, then thank you very much. But here we go, we're here again with the Cyber Baz top, there you go, the hooded top or whatever it is, the thing. And we're here with the lovely team, which is oh so colourful and has a Delmise and Incineroar on it. And yeah, we're going to obviously go on BattleSpot and do some games. Hopefully try and win them. Yeah, fingers crossed. Alright, so here we go, straight away. Someone from Japan with a decent rating. And... ooh. Okay. I have seen a team with Furamosa and Nihiligo, with a Nihiligo scarfed, I think. So I will keep that in mind here. Like a lead of Tapu Lele and Furamosa wouldn't be very good for me. NINETALES is an issue. NINETALES really is an issue for this team as well. Let's see though. Let's see. Okay, well this is, I mean, it's an interesting team, which is always nice to see. But I am a little bit scared of it, to be honest. I mean, if he goes Tapu Lele Furamosa, what can I really do? Oops, nope, not that. I think I want to go with Raichu. I'm thinking Raichu Butterfree. That's my like sort of default mode, I guess. Just because I think the Tailwind would be nice here too. So that and that. I mean, the Nihiligo is pretty scary, to be honest. Yeah, let's go with these four. Yeah, let's go with these four. I'm thinking maybe I could lead with my own Tapu Lele, because I am Scarfed, and I suppose if his Nihiligo is Scarfed and faster than my Tapu Lele, then that maybe wouldn't be so good, but I don't know, we'll see. We will see. So Raichu Butterfree, if he leads with Tapu Lele, then okay, he doesn't, then that wouldn't be so good, but yeah, okay, I'll take that, I suppose. I mean, not the best of positions still, because I probably am going to be losing one of these Pokemon this turn. But what have I got in the back? It's Incineroar and Tapu Lele, isn't it? Okay, so like I could go from maybe a Fake Out onto the Ninetales, break its Sash maybe, and a Sleep Powder onto the Araquanid. That is very obvious though. The Araquanid might protect, and the Ninetales, you might just double protect here. Ninetales. Okay. Araquanid. Right, I'm going to go for a Fake Out into the Ninetales, and I'm going to go for a Tailwind here. I'm hoping he double protects. Okay, well, this is Tapu Lele coming in, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I did suspect he might do this too, but even though he's done this, he's going to get a Blizzard off, or maybe an Aurora Veil, maybe, but I would expect a Blizzard. And I'll get my Tailwind. I'm going to be losing my Butterfree here, but... or I'm not going to... Okay, well that's annoying. So, my Butterfree would have survived. So I would have had Tailwind here. I could have launched the Sleep Powder into something quite safely. That is quite frustrating. Okay, well I've got Incineroar and Tapu Lele in the back. That is frustrating. Tapu Lele, Incineroar in the back. I can't bring anything in on this, can I? Let's just go for a Shattered Psyche then into the Ninetales. It will have a Focus Sash, and we'll try and wake up. But I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be eating a Blizzard first. So Yeah, so we're going to take the Ninetales down to its focus sash. That is a real shame. Like, not only because, like, obviously it would have been nice to, potentially put something to sleep. If he did double protect on the turn where I would have gone down on the hail, then I could have encored with the Raichu next turn. But more importantly, I could have brought in something like my Incineroar threatened stuff and, potentially Swords Dance. And, I've actually done this quite a few games where I have just plowed through teams with Incineroar like that. So yeah, this is quite frustrating now. It may actually Moonblast into the Raichu. So please wake up, Butterfree. Please wake up. It's just taking liberties now. Yeah. So yeah, he's just taking full advantage of that with the Aurora Veil there. That is really annoying. Okay, so we saw he had Araquanid, didn't we? So Tapu Lily and Incineroar. Yeah, the Aurora Veil I think, has made this quite unwinnable now. I don't know what his fourth Pokemon is as well. So why does this happen? I seem to get so much bad luck on here. I don't know. I suppose I'll Dazzling Gleam, and I'll Darkest Lariat. I think. Yeah, I do expect his Tapu Lily to be faster than my Incineroar, so I can't just Swords Dance here. Okay, so yeah, we need some critical hits, I think. And he's going for a Z move there. Okay, so yeah, fair enough then. Not sure if this will knock out my Tapu Lily, but it'll do a massive chunk to it at least. Yeah, that is a pretty big chunk to it. So, actually I could have gone for a Swords Dance there. So that is kind of frustrating, but hopefully this is going to put it in range of another Dazzling Gleam. Okay, well it does actually knock it out. He's got a Raquid in the back. Yeah, I mean if I had gone for a Swords Dance there, then another Dazzling Gleam wouldn't have knocked out his Tapu Lily. So I don't think I had any room to go for a Swords Dance there, even though Incineroar didn't take any attack that turn. Because of the Aurora Veil, is like his Pokemon are just going to survive. And I like, otherwise we wouldn't have been in the worst of positions, really. I mean, maybe if he's got Wide Guard on Araquanid, he can just sort of put my Tapu Lily out of action like that. Yeah, I mean, Magnezone is threatened by a Flare Blitz here, so if I Flare Blitz the Magnezone and knock that out, he'll liquidate my Incineroar, he'll take a Dazzling Gleam on his Araquanid, and then he'll be able to take another Dazzling Gleam the next turn, so we can't go with that. If I Dazzling Gleam here, well, I've got to Dazzling Gleam. If I Protect, then, yeah, I think I've just got to hope for some critical hits, really. I need to knock out the Araquanid this turn. Magnezone protected. That's annoying. I could have protected my Incineroar here then. Going for a Darkest Lariat because he has got the Water Bubble, basically. I mean, yeah, not that it really would have made any difference. Yeah, it doesn't do much, does it? Maybe a critical hit through the Aurora Veil and everything would have been nice, but yeah, I mean, it's turned into a reasonably close game. Incineroar looks nice here, but that freeze completely destroyed my momentum. There we go, and it's really frustrating because like this is why I just can't seem to climb the battle spot ladder when I've been doing these few videos. There was the Thunderbolt full paralysis and whatever in the last video, and the freeze here, but that's all part of Pokemon, isn't it? It's very annoying, but it does happen. And the more you play in battle sports, the more you'll win, and games like this will just get forgotten. So let's go on and win this second game because we deserve to. Oh well, come on then, let's get on with it. Let's find someone, and fingers crossed. As I always say, we'll get a good opponent and we'll manage to beat them. So, and fingers crossed we won't get any sort of freezes or anything like that. I am actually quite surprised that Butterfree survived that turn. I mean, Ninetales without any sort of boosting item doesn't really hit that hard with Blizzard, and so for Butterfree to survive a Blizzard and a round of Hail is quite impressive, really. So, with the Tailwind, we don't know if his Tapu Lily was choiced in any way. I can't remember really if it had Protect or if it used anything else or whatever, but if they did both double Protect on that turn, then I would have obviously threatened with the Encore as well. With Butterfree going down, I would have got a free switch into Incineroar. Could have Sword Stance, and with the Sword Stance, I would have threatened the Araquanid with +2 Life Orb, Darkest Lariat, which possibly would have knocked it out, especially with a Dazzling Gleam or whatever, with something else too. So, yeah, quite frustrating. I do feel like I could have won that last game, but that freeze just completely destroyed any momentum that I had going for me. But, oh well, we've got another opponent with a Tapu Fini, which is, again, something that does give us a few problems, and another Ninetales as well, which gives us some problems. Otherwise, Incineroar looks alright. Although, there's the Fini and obviously the Garchomp too. What do we want to do here then? What do we want to do here? I do like leading with Raichu, so we're going to go with Raichu. I do want my Incineroar here too. I think I want Butterfree, Incineroar, and Tapu Lele, I think. Delmise does look pretty good here. Maybe. Well, maybe it doesn't. It can one-shot Ninetales, but they do always have the Sash. It can one-shot Fini, but only 85% of the time. It can one-shot the Tapu Lele. But I do think I need the Fini just because he's got my Tapu Lele rather, just because he's got his Tapu Fini, and I want to play around with the terrains a little bit. I want to be able to put some things to sleep. But even if Butterfree can't put anything to sleep, it can still Tailwind and get some momentum. So let's see then. Let's see how this goes. This guy had a pretty high rating. So, he obviously knows what he's doing. Okay, so interesting lead. A Tailwind obviously will be very nice here. He can't Earthquake. I don't think he's going to Earthquake. I think he's going to target the Butterfree. So I think he'll Rock Slide here. But I think I do want to fake out the Garchomp and Tailwind. Just because Rock Slide can flinch. I don't know really how common. I hope he double protects it. Oh, unless the thing isn't max speed. Yeah. Oh, I should have. That's really frustrating because I obviously could have just gone straight for a fake out into the Ninetales. I thought if anything he would have protected the Ninetales because they normally have a Focus Sash and they don't appreciate their Focus Sash being broken like that. So that's why I made that move. But it's all falling apart in this episode, isn't it? How wonderful. What did we have then? We've got Incineroar and... Okay. The problem is if Raichu goes down, then I haven't really got anything to hit Tapu Fini with. Because I'm thinking I could put Incineroar in and start swords dancing maybe. Like I could encore the Garchomp. I could put in the Tapu Lele and Moonblast the Garchomp. But then I'm really not stopping the Ninetales from blizzarding, am I? So I'm going to put the Tapu Lele in. I'm hoping that I'm going to threaten this Garchomp enough that it wants to either protect or switch out, so that I can Dazzling Gleam and do you think a Psychic, Dazzling Gleam Psychic, do you think would knock out the Ninetales? Do we need the Shattered Psyche for anything else? Potentially, I suppose. I'm going to go for the Shattered Psyche, just to be safe. I suppose if he does protect the Ninetales here as well, then it will protect its Sash. But he is withdrawing the Garchomp. It is the Celesteela. The Ninetales is probably going to protect here then. Oh no, maybe not. I wonder if this Ninetales is like choice locked in some way. Like, you know, it didn't protect turn 1 where I really thought it would. But at least we're knocking out the thingy now. The problem is that he will still have the Garchomp, and because I'm locked into Dazzling Gleam now, I can't threaten the one shot onto that. He'll know that my Tapu Fini is Scarf now as well because I went before the Raichu. So Ninetales is gone, which is a wonderful sight. But where do we go from here? Garchomp did protect, and it won't be Sash because it's got Hail. So it's not an Assault Vest, which is good information. If he brings in Garchomp again now, I can see him just protecting it. Yeah. And just heavy slamming the Lele, I suppose. Or, well, we don't know what he's got in the back, do we? Do I gamble that it's not the Fini? Because if I think the Garchomp is going to attack, I can Psychic and Dazzling Gleam into it, knock it out. He'll knock out my Tapu Lele. I'll bring in my Incineroar. Incineroar threatens his Celesteela. And I don't know. We'll have to see. If it is a Tapu Fini, we'll still have. Oh, it's actually the Celesteela that protects. We'll have a Thunderbolt for it. So okay. So thanks to this Tailwind, even if the Garchomp's not scarfed, is it clearly? But thanks to the Tailwind, we have used quite a bit of our momentum successfully. We've knocked out 2 of these Pokemon now. The Celesteela did just protect. I'm not sure why, because it could easily take a Thunderbolt from Raichu, and I suppose Encore is not very common on Raichu, but I can Encore it now. And we'll see what his last Pokemon is, I guess. I'm worried about the Fini, though. Oh, it's his own Tapu Lele. Okay. Well, it makes things a little bit easier for me, I think. Okay, so I'm going to Encore the Celesteela, and I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam. I'm not going to switch. I'm not going to switch my Incineroar into any attacks. I was a little bit worried about Wide Guard, but no one seems to run Wide Guard on Celesteela for some reason. Obviously it's got other things that it can do too. I could have gone for a Thunderbolt into the Celesteela there as well, but I didn't think it was necessary just because a Flare Blitz will just one-shot it, and it basically puts the Celesteela out of action for however many turns now. So, Tailwind runs out. But I'm pretty sure Incineroar can survive an attack. I have to Dazzling Gleam with my own Tapu Lele here. I could protect and Dazzling Gleam, so that it's in another Dazzling Gleam range, but he could protect with his Tapu Lele here. And I don't want to wait turns while his Celesteela is still in the Encore. So I do believe Incineroar will survive an attack here. I'm going to Darkest Lariat and Dazzling Gleam. If his Celesteela protects, then, you know, fair enough, whatever. But I feel like this should be my game now. So I need this Moonblast to not knock out my Incineroar, which he shouldn't do. Yeah, nice. So, Revenge on the Ninetales. Not the same Ninetales, it doesn't matter. Revenge on the Ninetales. Wonderful. It feels good. It feels very, very good. I can I can sleep well tonight. All right then. So yeah, I mean, I'm certain that this Flare Blitz is going to knock out the Celesteela, and if it doesn't, well, it should do. I mean, it's got the Dazzling Gleam to help it too. Okay, so he actually does get a double protect there, so he's going to get one more turn of leftovers, but again, I don't think it matters. This is a Life Orb Flare Blitz, and Incineroar should be faster than this Celesteela. So there we go. Let's Flare Blitz again, and Dazzling Gleam again. Yeah, I mean, this will knock it out. It's there we go. And bang, the Celesteela's gone. Nice one. Good. Really good. Yeah, I'm happy about that, especially after, you know, that first game. The freeze, the despair, everything. But you know what? I'm happy. I've got revenge on Ninetales. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. You know, please like and share. I hope you have enjoyed this. You know. So thanks a lot, guys, and goodbye for now. Stay tuned.